All right, shit. Look like I'm live. Hopefully somebody will come through and want to talk. I'm bored. I got some things to do around the house, but still, just do something for right now till I stream later on today. But let's share this. See if anybody will come through and want to speak with a few words. We'll see. Just trying to get some things together, and I don't know, man. This whole gaming thing is, to be honest, is fun as hell. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it, and for the most part, I just want to talk about that. For the past few days, I've just been having a blast, just playing games, and just want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk, it's fine. You know, I got this retro stream coming up with NBA Live 04. I got a lot of other stuff coming up too, a lot. Um, got a pretty good bit of pickups that I games I picked up the past couple days. Um, what's going on, everybody? But yeah, I picked up a lot of games, and I plan on streaming those as well. Not stuff outside of sports. I'm also what's going on, Antonio? What's going on, Bills Pelican man? What's the stream about today? It's random, man. It's random. But basically, uh, I'm kind of second guessing this whole Facebook gaming thing. For one, I think I may just go back to Twitch. Facebook gaming is just a little bit too complicated. It's a little bit too complicated to do. I don't. The setup is nice, but I don't like. It's just something about it just ain't sitting right with me. So I may just go back to Twitch. Everything is already set up on Twitch, so I may just go to Twitch for my non-sport stuff and keep all the sports stuff on YouTube. Or I may just do something to where I can dual stream on both, something like that. So everybody who's here so far, man, what's going on with y'all? How y'all been? Let me know. Just from my standpoint, I'm in the mood to just like play games. That's all I've been wanting to do, just play games. And I've done a lot of that last night. Uh, kind of taking it back to just enjoying what I have, and whether it be the racing games I've been putting up. I played a little bit of NBA 2K20. Uh, I think the main problem with me is I'm a little bit I'm oversensitized with too many games. It's like so many games in front of me that I want to play and I can't pick and choose. And that's why I have an issue with jumping from one game to the next. And I need to stop that. That's something that I know I need to do. So right, exactly, Pelican man. Exactly. Too much information on Facebook to look for game streams. I mean, Facebook gaming is a great idea, but it's just too much going on to actually, to me, it's just too much going on to actually, just actually run a streaming channel. Now, as far as a Facebook group, I've done one of those before, and those are pretty successful. And I think I'm gonna do that. Keep the Facebook group that I started. I need to just put it out there so we can see each other on the Facebook group. But as far as streaming, it's a little bit too much. I agree. Um, Believe it or not, Bills is streaming. Bills is streaming. You go look in the comment, not in the comment, but if you on the YouTube channel, go to his Twitch channel. Follow him there. But as far as Twitch, I think that's the move. I think I'm gonna either dual stream. I just set up the software to dual stream on both, or I'll just leave it to where my non-gaming stuff will be over there, and the non-sports stuff will be over there, and the sports stuff will be on YouTube. I don't know. It's just whatever sits with me, man. If it sits with me that way, I'll do that. But I think pretty much, that's the deal going with that. As far as these Sunday streams, I'm really enjoying that a lot. I'm really having fun with the Sunday streams. Uh, the NBA Live 04 will be the stream tonight. Depends on how things go. I may add another game to that. Uh, I'll probably make that a surprise game. I think it's something that y'all will enjoy. But definitely Live 04. I think that game has a lot to offer that a lot of us just basically overlooked. It's a lot that people overlook with that game. That game is actually pretty decent. Another good game that I may stream one day is oh goodness, what's the game called? Inside Drive. Inside Drive is another good game. I was playing that the other day as well, and that game is a lot better than people give it credit for. I think that's something that we may dive into one day down the road. I end up getting Live 96 finally. Got that the other day because I streamed Live 95, and Live 95 was okay, but it was fun. But Live 96 is better, and I finally was able to I managed to forget that. Pelican Man asked him I was getting Ghosts. Yes, I'm definitely getting that game. I'm getting it. I was going to hold off on it, but a lot of people are saying that it's really, really good. And I didn't think it was going to be as good as the people saying it is. So with that being said, I'm going to end up buying that. Um, but it's probably going to be in a couple weeks because I want to at least get a couple of games out of the way before I buy it. Because when I buy it, I'm going to play it. So I'm going to be I'm going to be behind everybody. I mean, I don't mind it being because I'm not the type to be necessarily a follower and have to do what everybody else does. I kind of like to do my thing on my own. So when I get ready to stream that, I will. Uh, Tony what's asked, have you ever worn a shirt underneath the back? Yes, I have, plenty of times. Yeah, just not today. Back in the day, that used to be the thing, man. When I used to, um, when I used to get up, go to school in the morning back in high school, that used to be the thing. We used to wear t-shirts under our basketball jerseys, but now it's you know, I guess not so much. I kind of like this setup, man, with this StreamYard and using my iPad. This is actually pretty cool. I didn't think it was gonna work as well as it did, but glad it's working out. I notice another thing I'm gonna be random with. I notice a lot of people are using the PlayStation 3 emulator to play NCAA 14. And to be quite honest, that's probably like one of the best ways to do it now because of the game is like extremely expensive. Myself, I probably won't do it. Um, I'm okay with the game as it is. I don't see myself having to go through the PC mod. I'm just not a fan of emulators anyway. I used to be. I thought they were pretty neat. They were cool, but after a while, I just shrugged my shoulders at emulate. I like playing on real hardware. One thing I do like about the emulators is that you can change the jerseys. I mean, they do phenomenal job with the jerseys the way they change them up. But I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan. Heartache. Heartache calls it Ghost of Trashima. Wow, really? I didn't. Well, I mean, every game isn't for everybody, but from what I've heard, a lot of people like the game. A lot of people like it, and yeah, you know. Oh goodness. Yeah, there's a PS3 emulator for NCAA 14. You can get it on your PC. You gotta have at least a 5700 XT or a 2060 graphics card, I think. No matter of fact, I think some people have used a 560 or whatever, a graphics card, a Radeon 560. Um, yeah, but they have a PS3 emulator out there, and a lot of people are actually using the emulator to play it. I'm just like I said, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm just not. I mean, they've been modding the game and they do some updates. It's just my thing. I'm really big on playing games on real hardware. I mean, even if they mod it to have, I guess they're doing some type of way that you could play BCS tournament or not BCS, but national championship playoff or whatever. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. I'm just hearing rumblings about it, but I have seen the updates to some of the jerseys they've done. I mean, they look phenomenal. They really do. It's just that I'm not that big on it, so it is what it is. Um, Real football gamer asked me, have I played PES like 19 or 20? I've been playing it and have really enjoyed. I'm not big on soccer. That's the thing for Bills and DJ. They love playing that. Me, if you see me playing soccer, I'll play Nintendo World Cup. Yeah, that's my thing. I mean, I'm not in my game room right now, but that's like the only soccer game I play is Nintendo World Cup, and that's a very old soccer game. Show you what it looks like. This what it looks like. That's Nintendo World Cup. Can you see that? Yeah, that right there. That's the only soccer game I play. I'm not big on soccer games like DJ and Bills are. They love playing that game. But I know it's a really good game. I mean I grew up like when I was a kid. We looked at people who played soccer was like there was like the second tier kid on the block. You know what I mean? Because I mean when we grew up, we played basketball, football, and baseball. And if you played soccer, it was like okay. I mean you cool and all, but the majority of the kids in the neighborhood ain't playing soccer. So we always took that approach and basically we just looked at soccer as another game to all right, whatever. Man, come on with that, man. I'm good. I'm not even responding to that. Cut it out, man. But yeah, at the end of the day, I know the people at Konami, they do phenomenal stuff, man, when it comes to games. And I don't understand why they treat the company like they do. I mean, you see Pez. I don't know if you know about What's the baseball game called? Professional Spirit, something like that. I got the game in the game room as well. Yaku Sports. I can't remember the name of it, but they do a phenomenal Japanese baseball game as well. You Metal Gear. They're sitting on so many IPs like the Castlevania series, Contra, Rocket Knight Adventures. I'm not. That's not on purpose. My teeth is up in the camera. It's not on purpose. But you see where that they have a lot of good IPs, but they don't really do anything with them. And it sucks because back in the '90s, man, Konami used to be, even in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, Konami used to be like a real prominent, you know, game company. It used to be really good, but now the only thing they put out is Pez, and they what they did with Kojima, and I don't know, it's just crazy. But if you can get your hands on any old Konami stuff, I actually really uh, I really recommend it. Real Football Gamer asks, any RPGs you get into? Shoot, I be playing Skyrim to this day every now and then. My nephew plays a lot of Skyrim. For me, if I want to play any RPGs, um, I still haven't finished Dragon Quest 8. I need to finish that so I can play the other Dragon Quest because Dragon Quest 11 is out now. I want to play that. But I'm a big Dragon Quest fan. I'm not really into the other ones. I did buy another one for the PlayStation 2. I don't know if you ever heard of this one. It's called Growlancer. Man, I wish I was in my game room right now so I could like show you the games. Maybe I'll do that next time I do one of these streams. Uh, it's called Growlancer, and I kind of it's called Growlancer Generations. I think it's a game from the Japanese. It was only released in Japan, and it came over here later. But Growlancer is a PS2 exclusive, I think, and I started to like that. I've been picking up some steam on that game, but I'm a big fan of Dragon Quest. If I wanted to get in another RPG, I may get into Persona. A few people telling me I need to go ahead and get into Persona 5. So that'll probably be another one. Valkyria Chronicles. That's another one that I bought and is just sitting on my shelf. I want to get into that. And obviously, I need to go ahead and finish Final Fantasy 15. A lot of people don't like that one. Oh, another one, Xenoblade, excuse me, Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. A lot of people say that's a really good one as well. And Monster Hunter World. I got a lot of them I need to play, right? See that just goes back to what I was saying earlier is about all these games I have in front of me. I have a lot of games in front of me that I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna play now? And I need to pick up on it. I need to pick up on. That's one of the reasons why I said I want to stream more. So when I stream, it gives me more motivation to play. Um, it gives me enough motivation to play. So that's something I need to do is like start playing. I mean, I just got Rage. I bought Rage for the PS4, and I got so many games. Most of the games that I want to play and complete is on my PS4 Pro and PC. So I have an avenue what I want to play. Most of the games that are games before that, PS3 on down, they don't take long to finish. So I can just knock out one, about one. My backlog is starting to build up again, and I need to. I started to knock it down, and it's starting to build back up, and I need to fix that. You also said that, dude, I cannot wait for another football game out there, especially if it is from 2K. I believe it's going to be good no matter what. Listen, I've been on my Twitter. I've been putting out a lot of arcade games. I played Madden Arcade. I got a clip from NFL Blitz that it wouldn't upload to Twitter, but I think I'm gonna put it in a YouTube video. And basically, I've been putting this information out there to show people that look, even if the game isn't simulation, even if it's not simulation, you can have a good time with the football game. And I think that's something that people need to start to think about a little bit. Does the game necessarily have to be sim? I don't think it does. I don't. I think if you can get an arcade style game to actually have a little bit of realistic elements, I think you can get this game and have a pretty good time. Because if a game just shows you for what it is and not try to take itself serious, you can have a lot of fun with that game. Like I was playing Madden Arcade and shoot, I was having a black. I was having fun with the game. I was playing NFL Blitz. Now the current NFL Blitz isn't all. It's okay, but it's not as good as the older Blitz games. The older Blitz was like action packed fun. It was like over the top craziness. The newer one still kind of has that, but it's not as over the top. Maybe one day I'll show you guys what I mean. But if it's anything, I'm gonna tell you, if it's anything like Madden Arcade or NFL Blitz or hell even NFL Street, which that was a series I never really got into. Maybe one day I need to buy those games and play them and stream those as well. Uh, maybe one day. I mean, well, like I said, if it's anywhere along those lines, I think the game would be highly successful. Antonio Wilson says, hopefully the game is not like NBA Playgrounds. I agree. I don't want it to be like NBA Playgrounds is absolute garbage. It does not need to be like that. Now, if NBA Playgrounds was more like NBA Street, that would have been good. I bought NBA Playgrounds, was highly disappointed. I absolutely agree. Real football game, also, even if they give you false players and teams, shoot, it lets you customize, bro. I'm gonna edit the whole thing up to realism. If is that possible? At least I already know that the gameplay is going to be good. I mean, like I said, even if it's arcade, even if it's an NFL Blitz style game, I don't think that we should just dismiss it. I think you can have fun with the game, and I'm going to prove that with some streams down the road. Because, like I said, NBA, NBA Street, NBA Jam, NFL Street, NFL Blitz, Madden Arcade. Like I just got finished. Like I said, I downloaded Madden Arcade out of my library the other night. The game is actually fun. Is it sim or whatever? No, but it has some elements in it that you can actually enjoy the games. And I think that's something we all kind of got away from. What's going on, Noble? Thanks for coming through. Ravens Nation, what's happening? Ravens Nation said, I'm actually hoping there's another All Pro 2.0, but with more features. Not in an ideal world, that's what I would want. That's what I want. I want more of a simulation game, but I mean, even if it's not an All Pro, even if like I said, even if it's an arcade game, I don't think we should dismiss it. But me personally, I want what you want, Ravens Nation. That's what I want. But if it's not, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean it's something that we can actually enjoy. Uh, like I said, I'm going to show some things as far as even NFL Blitz style games. Uh, I'm going to play those so we can actually see what possibly be down the pike. Because if that's the case, I want to show y'all, and I want to know if we can actually, have fun with those type of games. And at the end of the day, I think we can. I think that we had a lot of people, and maybe some people listening now. I don't think some people never really experienced a real. Uh, they never experienced a real arcade style game. Like some people never really experienced a real NBA Jam outside of the ones that came out on 360 and PS3 lately, or Blitz that came out on 360. I'm talking about like the old school ones, like the old NBA Jams or the old NBA Hang Times, or a lot of people didn't really experience NBA Street like we did back in the day. So it's something that okay, I didn't know I could do that. But it's something that we never thought about, putting out there because a lot of young people, maybe that's listening, probably started playing. games in the late '90s or maybe born in the late '90s or mid to late. They really didn't understand what was NBA Hang Time or NBA on NBC, Showtime, NBA Showtime. I mean, those were like phenomenal arcade games, and a lot of us don't even think about it no more because we're so embedded with what we see with as far as Madden and 2K and all these other games. I think a lot of people just don't really they don't remember or they never experienced it. Do you know if the same people or the same studio that made All Pro and 2K5 are still there by chance? Um, Gut feeling, honestly, I think they're gone. I mean, you got to understand. I mean, that was 13 years ago. Some of them people probably moved on to other projects. Some people probably moved on to other companies. And when it comes to 2K5, you got to understand that game came out 16 years ago. So a lot of those people probably done retired. A lot of people are probably just not around anymore. Uh, Maybe they're still there, but my gut feeling, I don't think. I'll say 80, maybe 85% of the people who put those games together are gone. So yeah, they still have the engine for it with 2K now. The NBA 2K. For the most part, NBA 2K and NFL 2K was ran off the same engine. So when those games came out on Dreamcast, it was ran off the same. I don't know if they're still using that because once they came to PS4, it was a totally different game. You can look at the games from the PS3 era, and you could tell those games was built from off the Dreamcast engine because they have pretty much the same type of movement and everything. But when you go to next gen, when they did with NBA 2K14 on now, I mean it's totally different. But I don't know if they even have a football engine or they ran a football engine off of that. But it's going to be interesting to see. I would not be surprised. Noble says he think 2K is going to make a game like All Pro to piss off EA. That's the same thing what Ravens Nation said. I agree. That's what I would want. But I'm gonna say it again. I don't want anybody to think that if, let's say, um, let's just say for instance, it is an arcade game. I don't think anybody should just throw the game away. Um, I think there is some value, and there's an untapped of fan base that probably want a real arcade style game. I mean, and I'm not talking about like Mutt or anything like that. I'm talking about like a legitimate, over the top, he's on fire type football game. Because I mean, that's how Blitz was. You get 2 sacks in a game, you end up on fire, or you catch 3 passes in a row, you end up on. I mean, I think there's an audience for something like that. I think there's an audience for that. Optimus Goop said NBA Showtime was good. Absolutely. I still have the game for Dreamcast and I have it for Nintendo 64. The Dreamcast version is obviously better because the Dreamcast version is pretty much arcade perfect. The N64 version is kind of a little toned down a little bit, but that's when Showtime was a 3D polygon game, so the 3D polygons kind of geared towards the Dreamcast. Now with NBA Hang Time, the N64 version of Hang Time is basically arcade perfect because that's a 2D game. NBA Hang Time on the N64 is absolutely amazing. I mean, it's almost like you're playing the actual arcade cabinet. It's that good. Noble says he's gonna check it out. Regarding, yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, I think that's one thing that we as a community, we're good for. We will give a lot of chances to we give a lot of chance, but we will give a game a chance, and we are pretty much fair when it comes to that. And I think that's one thing I can say about this community. We do a pretty good job with that. You can obviously see what happened with IMV and Kyle Anderson. They give those guys so many chances, get to the point where they're giving money away. So I think that's one positive about this community. We're very gullible, so if anything comes out, we will try it. We won't shun any game that comes our way, and it's kind of to our detriment at times. Trey Young is more exciting than Luka to watch, in my opinion. Yeah, I can agree with that. Those two guys are going to be intertwined their entire career based off that trade. I think it was a good trade at the end. I don't think Luka would be. I don't want to say this the wrong way. I don't think Luka would be received well in the city of Atlanta, if you know what I mean. I think Trae Young in Atlanta just is a perfect fit for him, his demeanor. I don't want to say race because that's not a good thing to say, but it's possibly accurate. But the city of Atlanta will embrace him more than Luca, and I think that was a good trade on both ends. I think both teams got a pretty good deal at the end. Real football game says, I truly think this is the end of end of EA and football games, man. Unless they turn up on next gen. The reason I think it is the end because the door is open now for 2K to take over. Now I do agree with that, and like I said, I I think they can do it on the arcade end of the spectrum as well. That's why I say don't turn down what they have. If it's arcade, I think they can do some things on the arcade end of the stick. So if they do come out with a couple of arcade games that are actually fun, I think some people would like to have. I just put it like this: look at some gamers out now that just want a quick fix. A lot of people are busy. They probably have to go to work. They probably, have to deal with all the stuff that's going on in the world. Maybe some people just want a 5, 10, 15 minute game to play some football real quick. You can't do that with Madden. Madden is not a 15-minute game. You're at least gonna spend at least 30 minutes to an hour playing a full game, no matter if it's 5 minute quarters or not. You're going to end up spending like the 30 minutes. Now, if somebody wants an arcade game where they can get a quick fix, have some fun, and it feels like a real authentic football, well, not even so authentic, but authentic video game experience, not like one of these mobile type deals. Hold on, there you go. One of these mobile type deals. People will probably perceive that and say, "Hey, I can get on my PlayStation 5. I can, play this quick game real quick, and then I can go about my business." Some people get bogged down with trying to play too much Madden, and it's kind of an inconvenience to some people. So if you can get a quick fix on a semi arcade game, I think some people will live with that. You know, um, but that's the thing, Noble. Some people don't want to, play the moments. Some people want to have that. Some people want to have the convenience of both. Of both, they want to have uh, a full experience in a small amount of time. Some people just don't want to play on 3rd and 10 all the time, or play until you get to the red zone and then play the red zone. Some people want to play a full game, like, and in some cases, these arcade games give you a quick, fast experience where you feel like you played the entire game, but it doesn't take up that much time. So if you can bundle that up in all one little ball, I think 2K got something there. I think that's one. I think that's another reason why NBA Street was so, or NBA Jam was so successful. It didn't it didn't take up that much people's time when people are actually busy and trying to do things like, hey, before I go to bed, I can play, I can play a quick game, and I don't have to sit in front of the TV for 45 minutes. I can sit in front of the TV for 15. I'm good. You know, Pelican Man said, "Dang, let IMV live." Man, listen, they're not living. They killed themselves, man. They're done. They're done. Uh, Absolutely, no. We said we grew up in the era of arcade sports games. We did, and even when Madden '94 was out, NBA Live '95, even when those games was out, we didn't look at those games as simulation. I mean, you didn't really, you just played them, and it felt like a semi arcade experience. Back in the day was that was me back in the day with NBA Jam. Exactly. That's what I did with NBA Jam. Like, with NBA Jam back then, you had to beat all 27 teams, and it's like, okay, I got these quick 10 minutes. I'm gonna play this game real quick, and I'm gonna go about that business. Before you know it, you done beat the entire game. Same thing with Tecmo Bowl. Like, you can play the games like real quick. Like I did that with Joe Montana football on when I did the first Sunday stream. Those games went by so we went through like 3 games in the span of an hour. So that's almost like 20 minutes a game. It's like, see, I mean, some people, want that quick experience without having to be bogged down. I mean, some people want the simulation. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of them. I want the simulation where I play 15-minute quarters and actually have to use your mind and game plan to win. But we have to think a little bit like, let me see if I can fix that a little bit. Oh, that's much better. See, we got to think a little bit and be like, okay, what do the masters can deal with right now? Uh, and I think most people who are playing games will be okay with just having a quick fix, 15 minutes, 20-minute games. I think they'll be fine with that. Antonio Wilson asks, do I think the new NFL? Yeah, they'll have cheerleaders. Two K. I mean, they got cheerleaders in their basketball games. Um, one thing I'll say about 2K, 2K they do a really good job of trying to create an atmosphere that every aspect is involved. I mean, you gotta think about it. Even 2K basketball still has the mascots on the side of the court. Um, a lot of people just don't realize that. And 2K has done that for a long time. They've done that for a very long time to where you have attention to detail. And I expect, even if the game is an arcade game, or wouldn't expect nothing less. Noah asks, what jersey is that you have on? Yeah, I'll show it to you. This is a West Virginia Jerry West. Let me see if I can show the back of it real quick. Let me see. See that right there? This is a Jerry West college jersey that I have. 1957 Jerry West jersey. West Virginia Jerry West. Pelican Man said, I was speaking to Gaden about this new 2K. We know it will be better than Madden, even if we know it looks like Smurfs play. Hey, listen. I wouldn't go that far and say it's going to be better if Smurfs playing football. But I would not be surprised. I mean, I think it has the potential to be better than Madden. Madden, let's not get it twisted. Madden has made strides. Madden has made strides. It's not a terrible football game, but it's definitely, in some cases, I think it's not better than some of his older games, and that's the sad part about it. Um, Madden 20 really tried. I will say they tried to do something with their with Madden 20. Outside of the running animations, the game is okay. I'm not saying it's a great game. I'm not saying it's a good game. I think it's an okay game. Uh, it's a lot of things in the game that's left to be desired. But I just wish that the gameplay would be up to par to where I know the potential could be. It's not like the game can never get there. It just gets to a point where the whatever is going on between the developers and them programming the game and what the suits want. All three of them is like in different spaces, and that's where you have a problem with um, the game being where it can be. And I think that's the main problem with that. Noble says I have the Jordan North Carolina jersey. I had one, but mine is so old, it just don't look right no more. And matter of fact, I think it was either my mom or myself. I think I added it in some clothes with some bleach one day because some of the numbers are kind of like faded or something. Like the numbers the word and the letters are faded, and I needed to get another one. I need to get another one because I got a Jordan North Carolina jersey. I have both of the Bulls jerseys, red and white. I have the pinstripe jersey as well, and I got the old Jordan 23 that says Bulls going across like this, and has 23 in the little corner. But I want to get the one that says Chicago in a cursive writing on it too. I want to get that one as well. But you framed it and put it on the wall. Oh man, you lucky man. I need to do that with a couple of my jerseys. I have a closet full, um, and I need to start framing some of mine. I actually thought about framing my Johnny Manziel jersey. I have a Johnny Manziel Texas A&M jersey that I thought about framing because that's probably about as limited as career was going to be. I have that. I have oh god, I can't even get into all the jerseys I have. It's so many, it's ridiculous. Maybe that'll be another story for another day. Pelican Man said, I'm going to be disappointed if 2K makes a cartoony like what they want to do with WWE 2K. Don't be surprised if that's the case. Don't be surprised if that's the case, if they turn around and do it like that. Because you got to think about it. I mean, WWE playgrounds, NBA playgrounds. Don't be surprised because that could be the case. Absolutely, that could be the case. What's going on, Mr. Ham? Yes, sir. GSU is in the house. You see the hat, right? You see the hat? Y'all see the hat? I got another hat around here somewhere. Um, I need a matter of fact, I need to buy some more Georgia Southern paraphernalia or memorabilia or just merchandise. I need to buy some. Hey, speaking of merchandise, I got a question. Everybody in here, like all seriousness. Speaking of merchandise, I thought about making my own T-shirts for First and Frame Rates with the First and Frame Rates logo. Um, Honestly, if I did that, what y'all think? Y'all think I'm not going to ask will y'all purchase or not. I mean, I'm not saying anything like that. But if I did anything like that, what y'all think if I started putting some shirts out there? You think that's a good idea or bad idea? Shirts, hoodies, anything of that nature. Uh, y'all let me know what y'all think if I did something like that. Like, y'all think that's a good idea? Y'all don't have to tell me if y'all are buy or whatever. Y'all think, just tell me because I don't, I'm really I feel kind of odd asking for money like that or just asking people to buy stuff. I've never been a big fan of that. But just out of curiosity, like how would y'all feel about that if I actually I'll buy it if only I'll buy it if only Bill's autographs mine. Fully representing, yeah, me too. It's the school of the real exactly. See, a lot of people don't know that the real AP came out of Georgia Southern, not the one who beat his kids. But we're not gonna go there. But yeah, I'm just curious about the shirts and stuff, man. I mean, shirts, uh, hats, probably do Scullies. I really been thinking about that for a few months now, but I just don't know how to present it. You know what I mean? I don't want to I just don't know how to put it out there like that. I'm just curious, like, what y'all thought. What are your thoughts about that? If I was to, do anything like that, it'll basically be something like this, like the logo. I'll probably put a logo like that, and I would like, I want to change the colors on it because I do also have it'll be like that, but I also have like a red and black one like that as well. That was the original logo, was the red and black one until I went with the Georgia Southern colors. But yeah, man, y'all let me know, man, if that's something, that's something y'all are willing to, support. You know, I think that'd be, pretty cool. What else is on my mind? Racing games. So I definitely cop a Scully. Appreciate that, Noble. Exactly on the accessories idea, a good idea. This is a perfect time to do so. I think so too. No, don't. VF that merch doesn't have any room for creativity. You have to charge too much for basic items. Look at Hollywood Sport. Don't do my man like that. But You do raise a good point. That is a good point because that'd be extra stuff, but it's just something I'm thinking about. Chicago winters are cold and my bald ass head needs covering. Yeah, man, and do that, and you could throw some of that and let everybody know where you see that. And when they see that helmet with the F and F on it, people know what's going on. Pelican Man don't say don't play yourself with that merch trap. I mean, I don't think it's a trap, man. It's like, it's something to think about, man. I think it'd be a good idea. You know, well, other people think so as well. So we'll look into it. Like I said, we'll look into it. There's a few more things I have to do before I actually get into that. Um, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of stuff. I mean, as far as actually the branding side of this name and the podcast, and there's a couple more steps I need to do with that because um, I feel like this thing can take off because, in my opinion, I feel like we actually have a really unique avenue. Excuse me, a really unique avenue in the way we, the things that we take, the angle that we take on this sports and gaming thing. I think we do it a little bit different than everybody else. A lot of people have like this you know, one little corner that they hit on, but we can jump to sports. We can talk about gaming, like we talked about Ghost of Tsushima earlier. I streamed Last of Us 2. DJ does State of Decay. You know, we do a lot of different things here, so it's not just we can just talk about sports. Even though we as men, we love sports and that's what we like to talk about, but we do branch out to do other things. And I think it's phenomenal. I think it's a phenomenal thing that we have here, and I want to expand it. And I think with the merchandise, I think random people on the street can see what someone is wearing, and they'll ask, "Hey, where that's from?" And you can tell them, and then they can come and watch the show, and they can watch us live streaming or all whatever the case may be. Speaking of that, I got the Twitter of everybody who's on the First and Frame Rates podcast. Myself, DJ, and Bills. Follow them on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Also, their Twitch links the Twitch names are down in the description as well. What's good, Work Birdie? I appreciate you coming through and breaking bread with us for a few. Really appreciate that. But I think with that, I think the merchandise thing is just another avenue that I want to take as far as all the other things I want to do with this channel as well. Like I said, I think I can do more streaming, more videos. I have some videos that's already in the can. I'm already branching out to doing more racing stuff because racing is a sport, and that's another thing. Not many people really talk about that as well in our community. I mean, you got to understand that sports gaming is exactly that, sports gaming. We can get into golf. I know DJ does this thing with hockey. Um, I really want to get back into golf because I used to do it. Well, I didn't used to do any golf content, but I used to play a lot of golf on video games, and that's another game that's actually pretty good. You know, tennis is another one. You got some look. We got new tennis games out here. Nobody's talking about the tennis games, and and that's just another avenue that we at First and Frame Rates can definitely talk about. You know, speaking of DJ, I think he gets a big high strung if you don't agree with him. Just saying. Well, I mean, DJ, I love the dude, but he's a very opinionated guy, and that's just with all of us. I mean, none of us, when you don't agree, we kind of, I kind of fell back on trying to force my opinions on people, and I'm not saying DJ does that, but it becomes pretty heated, and that's a good thing about us. I mean, we can do that, and at the end of the day, we can still high five each other and call it a day and be back for the next episode. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm more of the free thinker, open minded, approach to the podcast. DJ is more of, he has his moments when he has his dark humor and he has his opinions about certain things. And if you talk to DJ, he too much he pretty much comes around once if you can explain your opinion to him in a good way. And Bills, like you said, Bills is a beast. Hey, Bills just doesn't hold the tongue at times, and to me, he reminds me of what I used to be when I was younger. You know, I used to be that way, and not saying that I can't get that way now, but you know, I leave that to him because that's his angle. I mean, he just like when he's upset about something, he's gonna let it be known. And I think that's where the balance of all three of us come in. You know, everybody can't be the same. So, you know, I know what I bring to the table. DJ know what he brings with his, and Bills know what he brings to the table. And all three of us come together. And a lot of y'all may not know, we don't a lot of us don't agree on a lot of things, but we just keep it 100 and we just speak our mind and we respect each other's opinions. I mean, this not even goes to just sports and gaming. I mean, when it comes to politics, we don't even talk about politics on the show, but when it comes to politics, when it comes to just social issues or just basic things that we talk about, we pretty much we just pretty much don't agree on maybe 50 to 60% of things. But at the end of the day, we just sit there and we respect each other's opinion. We don't like go each other at each other's throat and say we want to not deal with them anymore. We want to kick them off the podcast. We don't do anything like that. We mostly just we understand where each one of us where we come from and what we bring to the table. And I think that's the beauty of our podcast. There's no one accord opinion where everybody feels like it's a yes man type deal. So it's more like everybody's gonna have a different opinion about most of our topics. I mean, there's times we do agree, but best believe just expect for us to have different opinions on things, and we're not going to agree all the time. But at the end of the day, is basically we respect each other's mind and we just leave it at that. I don't think there's too many other podcasts like that. I mean, you got so many people with so many egos out here now. If you disagree with them, they will find a way to slight you. They'll find a way to backhand you, or they'll say something slick on another video, or they'll say something crazy on Twitter about said person, and all of a sudden they're having a falling out. They're ready to get them off the podcast. They don't want to deal with them anymore. I mean, opinions are opinions, just it is what it is. No, I know, Pelican. I know you're not bashing DJ. None of us are. We're not bashing nobody. We're just keeping it what it is. Those my dudes. And everybody has an opinion. Even the people in the comment section. Y'all gonna have an opinion about us. Y'all might think, whatever y'all may think about me or Bills or DJ. It is what it is. As long as it's okay to have your opinions about us, as long as it's not disrespectful. And I think that's the main thing. Long as nobody is in the comment section just flat out being disrespectful to people, I think that's everything is fair game. Once you become disrespectful, I think that's where it gets to the point where it's you got to go. So I mean, no, I mean we're not bashing. I know you're not bashing DJ at all, and I know you're not bashing Bills or anything like that. Like Noble said, Bills has no filter. I agree. I mean, DJ will tell you himself. He has a string of dark humor. That's what I mean. That's where I got it from. That's why I said what I said, because that's what it is. It's like that's the unique thing about us. We bring all this stuff to the table, and at the end of the day, we bring you a really good podcast. And I wouldn't want it no other way at the end of the day because we just don't have that. You have a lot of people that really want to be on the up and up every episode or every topic. They don't want to have that real debate about things. Like me, I have debates with them all the time, and in some cases, it's not necessarily because I disagree with them. Sometimes I want people to expand their mind and think a little bit. Hold on a second. Get some light in here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Um, I just think that sometimes I don't disagree with them to disagree. Sometimes I just want them to think. Sometimes because sometimes, and I do this myself, and this is just human nature. Our emotions get the best of us when certain things happen. And when that happens, sometimes we don't look at everything the way it is. So sometimes I'll throw a little angle at them about, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? and maybe they'll come around and see it, and sometimes they don't, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, they know where I'm coming from, and vice versa. They do the same thing with me, especially when it comes to this first take and undisputed thing. I mean, I ain't got nothing against those shows, but I really, I really started to despise those shows, and they try to reason with me and tell me, hey, this is what it is, and then sometimes I'm not even trying to hear it, but that's just one aspect. Noble says, I enjoy the podcast because there's no censorship. Everybody speaks freely. Y'all my dogs through everything. Hey, man, all the time. And that's how it's supposed to be, man. I mean, look, we're not here to cater to anybody. We're just here to tell you what we think about these sports. We're to let you know we talk about these games. That's it. I don't never want DJ or Bills. Let me turn this a little bit so I can see if I can get some more light in here. My one side of my face looks tore up. I don't ever want anybody to be in a situation where we have to say this, this, and this for the podcast for people to like us. I want you to like us because of what we say and what we're about. If you don't like it, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, everybody's going to have their opinion about things, and if we're a little over the top at times, maybe that's not for you. But we're going to keep it 100. We're not here to please any developers. We're not here to please a certain type of gamer, and and with that being said, I appreciate Scott O'Gallagher coming to listen to the show, because some people or some developers that get really sensitive about some of the things we say. Like what Bill said, Clint will never come on our show. I don't see him. I mean, Clint blocked Bills. So see, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. It's like when you're dealing with people that are like that, you know, we already have that. We already have that the idea that we're not going to have these people come on our show. We know that. But one thing they can't say that we're not honest and passionate about playing sports games. We're not honest and passionate about what really needs to be done. Maybe the approach can be different for them, but it's not going to be different for us because this is who we are. If something's not right with a game and it gets to the point where we get frustrated and we may use some curse words, it is what it is. I don't give a damn. I can give, to be honest, I can give two shits about what a developer thinks about my opinion. My thing is, my opinion is what it is, but if something is wrong with your game, that's the reason why my opinion is out there. You know what I mean? I mean, we love to break bread and we love to talk and we love to have, good dialogue. But if something's not right and you're not trying to address it, yeah, we're going to be upset. We pay money for these games. Yeah, we're going to be upset. You're not going to be happy when you go to the store and buy something, go to a restaurant, buy something to eat, and you paid for it and something isn't right and they don't address it. Nobody's going to be happy with that. It's the same thing with these games. And with Madden, this has been going on for decades. I'll take that back. It's going on for years, over a decade. Pelican Man said it's pretty quiet. Where's Little VF and Miss VF? Well, Little VF is asleep. Miss VF just walked into the kitchen right here. Babe, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Yeah, she just walked in, so that's she's here. But Little Man is asleep, long overdue. He needs a nap because when he's up, he is on 10. So he needs a nap. Noble said he blocked me a long time ago. Noble, everybody blocks you. But no, I'm just messing. Yeah,
Clint. I love Noble though.
Yeah, Noble. Yeah, he's fun. Yeah, he's my guy. He's my guy. But yeah, Clint blocked. He unfollowed me, but he blocked Bill as soon as Bill said what he said about the game. And it's like, look, fix your game, fix it. One thing I can say about 2K, people can say what they want about the little small things that's wrong with that game. They do a phenomenal job of giving you a sim experience. I was playing 2K20 last night, and that game, I like 2K14 because of the mods, but 2K20 is an amazing game. I'm sorry. Noble, I know you had your gripes about 2K20. You thought 19 was better, and I think 19 is slightly better, but they've come a long way. I don't know if they did any updates or any patches or whatever, but 2K20 is a really good game. If you have a PS4, you have PS4 Plus, it's free right now. I advise you to at least download it and try it. But they've done a pretty good job with that game, I will admit. Um, Antonio Wilson says, does my wife play any games? If it's not Tetris or Dr. Mario, she's not playing. Well, she'll play Mario too. But those are about the 3 games she'll play. Dr. Mario, Tetris, and Mario 2. So she plays a little bit. She watched people play games more than she plays. She love watching people play horror games or scary games or games with suspense. She really like watching me play Tomb Raider, or she'll like me playing The Last of Us. I wasn't fast enough on The Last of Us 2, so she watched somebody else play that.
Yes, I beat you.
Oh hush. Shut up.
I beat you.
So I need to play The Last of Us, so I need to finish that. But yeah, she doesn't play mini games, but she does play them. Like the 3 I said, Mario 2. She loves Mario. She loves Dr. Mario and Tetris. Dre Leon, what's going on, Dre? Thanks for coming through. He said devs cater to channels who stroke their exactly, and I have a problem with that. I mean, they want to feel good about the job they're doing, and that's fine. Everybody wants that, but when there's blatant problems with your games and you can't do anything about them, it's best for you to just be honest and say you can't do this right now. Something isn't right. Just be a little upfront about it instead of just getting defensive. Because once you get defensive, then that's when we know that it gets to the point where it comes off that you don't care. It comes off that you really don't give a damn. So it's crazy. So I think that's something that needs to be changed. And over here, we're not trying to stroke anybody. Like I said, we really appreciate Scott O'Gallagher coming to our show and listening. And he was on the show a couple episodes ago. We appreciate that, and he understands where we're coming from. He knows that we are passionate gamers, and from his angle, that's what he wants. He wants people that are passionate about these games and give him proper feedback and give him the feedback even if it's negative. Because one thing I can say about Scott O'Gallagher, he's going to do his best to push the game to its limits to be where it needs to be. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, when he started working on NBA Live 14, you can see it. People can talk about what they want about the game, but you can see the basketball elements in the game. I mean, he did a live stream where he showed that game looking good. He did a little bit on Live 15. You can see what he did there. When he came to 2K15 and 2K16, you saw the progression. Like, he's trying to make things happen. And at the end of the day, we want that from all our developers. That's why our indie developers are doing so well, as far as the feedback department, because they want that. Pelican Man said, I love this random format. Plus, in this quarantine, you definitely not looking like you missing them. Listen, if you go on my Twitter and you see the before and after pictures that I had when I went to the barbershop the other day. Oh boy. Matter of fact, you probably missed that. Let me show that right now. Man, I look terrible. Yeah, a couple days ago. I look bad. So this quarantine life really messed me up, bro. I'm gonna show it to y'all in case y'all missed it on my Twitter. Oh my God. Check this out. This is what I look like beforehand. See if y'all can see that. Say, hey, don't laugh. I just got my first cut since COVID hit. This is what I look like before and after. This was yesterday. It was Friday. But my God, boy, I look terrible. So I was looking terrible, man. So yeah, it was a struggle. All right, Noble, man. You say you got to bounce. Take care. I've been going on this for an hour, man. I might do another about 15 minutes. I'm gonna be going myself. So all right, Noble, man. You take it easy. You be safe out there. You be safe out there. Especially you being in Chicago. You be safe. But yeah, man, I was looking bad, bro. So it was crazy, man. But yeah, exactly. Now you see, you think I ain't missing the barbershop. You see it now. Like I was looking bad. I was looking terrible. I put that thing on my Facebook page, man. My family was like, they were like dogging me, man. Somebody on Twitter said I look like I change out carburetors. And sometimes I say like I fix on cars. Somebody said I was a throwback from the '70s. Some of my nose. Let me fix that. Fix that. My nose all jacked up. Don't want to have that on stream. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, still there. Oh, boy, this is so embarrassing. Oh, okay, look like I got it. Okay, a lot better, much better, much better. But yeah, man, I was looking bad, man. But yeah, be on the lookout later on today, probably around about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'll be streaming NBA Live 14. NBA Live '04 for the original Xbox. I will be doing that, and oh goodness, I got my head itching. I'm gonna be doing that, and like I said, I may be doing another stream as well. On top of that, well, I'll be doing the same stream but a different game. So I'll probably be doing that. So be on the lookout for that. I got some more videos that's already in the can. We'll be doing that as well. And I appreciate everybody who came through, man. I think I'm gonna be doing more of this. Probably just not on Sundays, just probably just whenever. I'll probably just get on here. Pelican Man also says, to be honest, I really like First and Frame Rates. No super disrespect. Oh, here we go. I'm not even. Let me slow down before I read this. He said, no disrespect. He said, no super disrespect. The Sim Standard podcast is a yes man and look at me podcast. Sim and Smitty really toots their own horn too much and long winded. I'm not going to comment. I love those dudes too, man. Those my guys, but I'm gonna be honest, man. You on point. I'll just leave it at you on point. Those my guys, but you got to call a spade a spade. You on point. Those my guys. I don't mind going on their podcast. The door's open for them to come here any day. But I I would be remiss if I act like I'm not oblivious to the fact those guys got a great platform over there. But I'll just say you're not the only one that feels that way. Um, I do also plan on streaming more. It's so like right now, it's so easy for me to stream. It's only a couple of buttons and bam, I'm live streaming on my channel. So one thing about it, I wanted to stream before, but I haven't been able to get it set up like I want to. But now I got it that way. So even if I want to play a game for 30, 45 minutes, I can just hit a couple of buttons and I'm streaming. The only thing about that is I need to make sure if my family's straight. I don't want to start streaming and my son needs me, my wife needs me. Family first. I got to make sure they're straight first. And if they're straight first, I'm definitely I'm up again. I'm up to streaming. And like I streamed some fighting games the other day, King of Fighters. I really need to get back on NCAA 14. Also Madden '08, NCAA '08, all that stuff right there. I still got them there. I just don't, put the stream out there like I should. But be on the lookout for more of that as well. Just regular videos, more of a random like this, more regular streams. I'm the only thing I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get my PC set up. I want to get my PC set up to stream like I want to because I want to stream my games on PC. So um, I can do it through Action Marillas, which is a software, but I don't want to put too much stress on my PC when I'm playing games. So I need to find a way to, well, I know because I have a second computer. I just need to get that computer linked up with that computer so they can stream off of each other. And because I got a lot of games on Steam, I want to stream like Soul Calibur 6. I got Mortal Kombat 11. I have Madden '08 PC. I got Horizon Chase Turbo. I got that on PS4 as well. but I like Horizon Chase Turbo. Is another great game. Um, I got Assetto Corsa, Grid, Dirt, so many things. Pelican Man said I should start a sports gaming league. The problem with a sports gaming league is my schedule. You got to understand. I do this. I have a second channel. Matter of fact, I need to put some content on my second channel sometime today or tomorrow. So I have two channels. I work full time. I drive trucks. That's my actual job. Um, I actually, I'm a husband. I'm a father. I got so much stuff going on. I don't know if I can actually keep up with the league, let alone with the people that are in the league. They may have things to do as well. And I tried a league when I tried to do MLB The Show 14. It didn't go out. It didn't go too well. But that's what I'm up against right now. I'm up against a lot, so it's not easy to run a league. So all right, it's 1 hour and 10 minutes to play. I'll give about 5 more minutes and I'm gonna be gone. I appreciate everybody who came through, man. You guys are excellent. I didn't think too many people was gonna come and listen, but I'm gonna do this more often. I'm definitely gonna do this more often. I'm definitely gonna do this more often. This is, like I said, me streaming now. It's so easy, so much easier to do now. So I'm definitely gonna do that, and I hope you guys really take the time to come through and support, share this, what I'm doing. Let everybody know. Like if I decide to put the merchandise up, let people know what we're doing, and all this other stuff. Yeah, I got another channel. That channel is way different from this one. My other channel deals it with social issues and politics. It's called The Virtual Frame of Mind. Uh, I'm gonna see if I can put that link. I mean, it may not be your avenue because a lot of people don't like to talk about. A lot of people don't like to talk about politics. A lot of people don't like to talk about certain social issues or whatever, and that's okay. And and I don't expect anybody who's over here for the game and stuff to go over there for that stuff. I just started the podcast or whatever the case may be, and I'm starting the pod. I just started the channel not too long ago, and it's relatively small, but it's not what you think. It's not like one of these. It's not one of those podcasts, or it's not one of those channels that you may think it's anything to do with that. That's my other channel right there. And like I said, I basically talk about what's going on in the world. I felt like with things going on with COVID and stuff, I felt like I wanted to speak my mind on things going on in the world. So it's a little different. It's way different than this. So I have other things going on. I appreciate that, Pelican Man. You like this format. That's all good. Um, I'm glad that you like this format. Got 2 minutes left. Like once again, you guys share, subscribe if you haven't already. Let people know what we're doing over here so they can come through or whatever. Pelican Man said, "Thank you for being 100." That's the only way I can be, man. No matter what's going on, man. I only could be who I am, and that's one thing about DJ and Bills. They're the same way. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're not going to tiptoe around anything. We're going to tell you what we feel at all times. Pelican Man also says, I noticed NYK is being more accessible lately because he's usually reserved. I always thought he was a suburban white 60-year-old man. He does sound like a 60-year-old guy, right? Nah, NYK is just as black as I am, surprisingly. But yeah, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and close it, man. I'm going to close this out. You guys, I really appreciate you guys for coming through, man. I really do. Uh, I want you guys to share this. I want you guys to come back for more content. I got another stream going up later on, so check that out as well. And like I said, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this and let people know what we're doing. All right, I'm going. It's about an hour and 15. I think that's a good time. So all right, I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna do some stuff around the house. All right. Be blessed. Peace.